Vicky Christina Barcelona is a Woody Allen movie about a seduction, about some people falling in love. And I don't know if Woody Allen is the best person to be making romance movies. If you know, you know. But this is a very interesting scene where Javier Bardem's character attempts to seduce one of the women, actually both of the women, but spoiler alert, where he attempts to seduce two beautiful women. And we're going to see, is what he's doing realistic or is it completely magical Hollywood film kind of stuff? Is there something you can learn about the power of confidence, about how to be masculine from this movie?
With the bad divorce, Mark told us it was half a snake.
He keeps looking over here.
Well, that's because you keep provoking contact.
I'm not provoking
The
contact.
more you've been throwing looks at him all night.
I'm just drinking my wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you are. You must be doing something because he's come.
So she's been giving him choosing signals, as the red pill community would call it. She's been provoking contact, giving her indicators of interest. And those are a very real thing. When a girl is giving you signs, she keeps looking over, she looks, especially if she smiles, if she waves, it's really on, you better fucking approach then. But if she's looking over, she's smiling, she's giving you attention, and you find her attractive, don't miss your fucking opportunity because that is a golden opportunity. Now, most of the women I meet don't do that. Most of the women I've ended up sleeping with didn't do that. But when it happens, I'm not going to miss those opportunities. And most men just assume, oh, she's probably... Find out. You don't know why she's looking at you. Find out.
Coming over.
The way he's walking over is very masculine and very confident. He's walking slowly. He's holding eye contact. He's exuding a presence that is very attractive. So he hasn't said anything yet, but he's already made a very strong impression.
American?
I'm Christina, and this is my friend Vicky.
That's a fine opener. It's not the best opener. It's some kind of observation like, you look like you're from X country. That's basically what he's doing. And that can work. It's better than nothing. I wouldn't say that's the smoothest thing you could possibly say as an opener, but it's not bad because it makes her wonder, why does he think I'm American? Is it so obvious that I'm some American dumbass with no class? Is it really that obvious? It's gonna get her thinking a little bit. So opening with something along those lines where you're guessing where she's from isn't bad.
Vicky.
What color are your eyes?
They're blue.
So what he's saying is pretty basic. It's not that exciting. But the way he's saying it definitely has a strong sexual undertone, right? It's very clear he's being flirtatious. And he doesn't have to say that she's sexy directly to get that across. You can feel the tension between them.
I'd like to invite you both to come with me to Oviedo.
To come where?
To Oviedo. For the weekend. We leave in 1 hour.
Well, where's Oviedo?
A very short flight.
By plane?
Mm-hmm.
What's in Oviedo?
I go to see a sculpture that is very inspiring to me. Very beautiful sculpture. You'll love it.
Oh, right. You're asking us to fly to Oviedo and back.
So it might sound like he's asking for way too much, and he is asking for a lot. That's not necessarily the safest move you could make. But there is something to it because women like the idea of being swept off their feet. They like adventure. Many of them like the idea of taking risks. So what he's doing here is very bold. He's asking for a lot. And on the one hand, it makes it easy for them to say no, but it's also very enticing and very exciting. And I wouldn't be surprised if that worked in real life.
No, we'll spend the weekend. I mean, I'll show you around the city and we'll eat well, we'll drink good wine, we'll make love.
Yeah, who exactly is going to make love?
Hopefully the three of us.
Oh my
I'll get your bed.
God.
Will make love. Okay, so he's basically saying we're going to have sex. Not the best thing to say. It's already clear that it's a flirtatious proposal. It's already clear that he's interested in them. So he doesn't need to directly say, hey, we're going to have sex, and get them to, agree to that. It's putting it on very thick, right? It's very, very overly direct to the point that a lot of women would be turned off by that. Very many would, but not all of them. That's important to be aware of. I have actually tried, it's known as the apocalypse opener. I've tried the apocalypse opener a good number of times. And the first night I tried it, I asked 20 women if they'd like to have sex. And one of them did not say no. They didn't say yes, but they said, well, I'd have to get to know you better. And from there, I got to know her better, if you know what I mean. So it isn't the best line, but it will work some of the time. You might think it would never, ever in a million years work, but actually, that boldness, when you combine it with the fact that he has very good nonverbal communication, he seems very confident, very masculine, that would work more often than you would probably think. It's also better to make your intentions very clear, to try to take the lead and move things forward and get the rejection than to not be bold enough. To let the girl think that you just want to be her friend. That's how you get friend zoned. That's how you waste her time and your time. So the fact that he's being so bold, yes, that will get you rejected, but it's also going to save you from wasting time. And some women will be flattered, they'll be into it, and you don't have to waste any time on them.
Maybe in a different life.
Why not? Life is short, life is dull, life is full of pain, and this is a chance for something special.
Right. Well, who exactly are you?
I am Juan Antonio, and you are Vicky, and you are Christina, right? Or is it the other way around?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's right.
it could be the other way around because frankly it doesn't matter because either of us will do to keep the bed warm. I get it.
Well, you're both so lovely and beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, but we do not fly off to make love with whoever invites us to charming little Spanish towns.
Does she always analyze every inspiration until each grain of charm is, ¿cómo se dice, squeezed out of it?
I guess I have to say that my eyes are green, actually.
Oh God! Look, I wouldn't call our reluctance to leap at your sexual offer being over analytical. If you would care to join us for some recognized form of social interaction like a drink, then we'd be fine. But otherwise, I think you should try, offering to some other table.
What offended you about the offer? Surely not that I find you both beautiful and desirable.
Offended me? No, it's very amusing. Golf.
So there's a couple good things here. He's very unreactive. He's not upset. He's not emotional. His frame hasn't been rattled at all, right? He's in control of the dynamic. She's the one reacting to him. He's not reacting to her. And that's generally where you want to be. And so he's doing a very good job at controlling the frame. And realistically, that response was a clever response. Are you offended that I find you lovely and desirable? Of course not. So he's doing a good job at controlling the narrative in a way that he has done nothing wrong except find her desirable. And how is she going to be offended by that? And realistically, I would say her response, the brunette, is more likely than the way the blonde is responding. But it is also likely that the girl would say, maybe some recognized form of social gathering. The fact that he was so bold does not necessarily ruin your chances. Being very bold might make you have to take a step back, but then you can still make something happen. But not being bold enough in the first place, there's never even an opportunity for something to happen.
To be honest, but is it my imagination or is it getting a little late? Should we go?
To go to Oviedo.
What? Are you kidding? Can
I
we
think it would
discuss?
be so much fun. I think we should go. I would love to go.
Christina, can we discuss this some other time? When
When I saw you across the room at the art gallery, I noticed you have beautiful lips. Very full, very sensual.
Thank you.
Okay. Look, I'm. If you want to
Well,
go.
I can't guarantee the love making because I happen to be very moody.
Let's not negotiate like a contract. I came over here.
A lot of guys think that being so direct with women will creep them out and turn them off. It can, if you're too pushy about it, if you're too aggressive in your demeanor, if you just keep pushing and you don't notice that she's not into it, and you keep saying you're so beautiful, yes. But generally, being very direct, making your intentions very clear, is something that women will be seduced by, that women will find very attractive if you do it in the right way. If you do it with confidence, in an unreactive way, strong eye contact, all of those things, that is the most powerful way to turn a woman on there is. If you feel something, the other person will feel it. If you feel angry, the other person feels angry. The same applies to desire, and that's very, very important. Yes, what he did was probably a little bit over the top. It would not work 100% of the time. It's a little bit over the top. But the overall sentiment of being so direct, so sexual, if you do it in a grounded way, it will work very, very often.
With no subterfuge, and presented my best offer. Now I hope you will discuss it and give me the pleasure to take you with me to Oviedo. I have the good fortune to borrow my friend's plane. It's just big enough for the three of us, and I'm a very good pilot.
Oh, it sounds very safe.
Think it over.
Walking away is actually very powerful. Now, if they were both into it at that moment, it might have made sense to just bring them to his table, right? But because there was the hesitance, he is keeping control of the situation by walking away and letting them talk about it. So he didn't keep pushing until they said no. He's actually leaving, and now they've lost basically the entertainment, the enjoyment. They've lost all the benefits of being around him, and they feel that sense of loss. So now what very likely would have happened is the blonde girl would have talked the other one into going.
I hope you're joking about going.
Oh my God, this guy is so interesting.
Interesting? You're kidding? What's so interesting? He wants to get us both into bed. But he'll settle for either in this case.
It would be interesting because it's very, very rare for men to act like that, to be so bold, yet not in a pushy way. That is very unusual, and that, of course, would be intriguing to women.
It's you.
Vicky, I'm a big girl, okay? If I want to sleep with him, I will. If not, I won't.
Christina, he's a total stranger. This is impulsive even for you. And if I heard right, he was violent with his wife.
At least he's not one of those factory-made zombies, you know? I mean, this would be a great way to get to know him.
No, it's not. I'm not going to Oviedo with this charmingly candid wife beater. You find his aggressiveness attractive, but I don't. And he's certainly not handsome.
Well, I think he's very handsome. He's got a great look. I mean, he's really sexy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you would, because you're neurotic.
Look, you got to admire his no bullshit approach.
What are you talking about? It's all bullshit. I'm not going to Oviedo. First off, I never heard of Oviedo. I don't find him winning. Third, even if I wasn't engaged and was free to have some kind of dalliance with a Spaniard, I wouldn't pick this one. Hello? Hi. Oh, hi. I can't talk right now. I'm trying to save Christina from making a potentially fatal mistake. Why to?
If we go back to the house now, we can just throw some things in a bag and then we'll meet him there. Look, I took an instant liking to this guy. I mean, he's not one of these cookie cutter molds. He's creative and he's artistic.
Cookie cutter mold? Is that what you think of Doug?
Doug? Who said anything about Doug?
It's ridiculous. You like the way it sounds to pick up and fly off in an airplane.
I don't know why I'm so scared unless I'm scared myself.
It's a mistake, Christina.
And at that point, that is exactly what would have happened, because she's decided she's going to go, the blonde one, Christina, and her friend is the protector. She's the mother hen. You can tell by their dynamic, which is a very common and real thing between women. And so she would not have wanted her to leave by herself, to make a bad decision, to get herself into trouble. She would have insisted that she goes with her, which now gives Javier Bardem's character the opportunity that he wanted. Realistically, I would say this would work maybe 1 out of 4 times, given the situation. The girl was looking at him throughout the night. He was getting those choosing signals, if you will, and that means she's already kind of interested, and his confidence, his demeanor is very good. The overly directness of saying we're going to make love wasn't necessary, but it will work some of the time. It's something that men are really trained to think that women don't like the idea of being seduced, that they think it's weird and creepy. But if you do it in a way that is calm, collected, and confident, it is actually exactly what a very large amount of women want. That's what they fantasize about, is a dominant guy that isn't pushy, but he's willing to make his intentions clear, and he has no shame about his sexuality. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the link below to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so you get notified when I release new videos. The last thing I want to mention is if you've been struggling with making your intentions with women clear, with approaching women like this, with letting them know that you like them, with making your masculine intention something that the girl knows, with leading things forward, with making a move, with getting that yes or getting the no, overcoming your fear of rejection. The easiest way to do that is to meet me in person for a 3-day boot camp where I will take you out. You meet me at bars, clubs, other areas like malls where we will go and approach women, and I will show you exactly how to do it in a way that has the right mixture of dominance, of confidence, of masculine energy, while also never being too pushy, never being creepy, never making women uncomfortable, and doing that in a way that you get very good results. It's very common that my clients will get laid for the first time in over a year on a 3-day boot camp with me, or if they don't, they often do within the next month. They're able to approach girls and bring them home, even though they never could do it before, because they don't realize that the way they're approaching women is too meek, or they've just not had the courage to get themselves to go out and approach women. They've been resisting the idea. They've been making excuses. And when they finally meet a coach in person, they no longer can bullshit themselves and make excuses. And then they finally start taking action and realize, oh, women like being approached. Oh, I'm actually getting dates. I'm getting numbers. I thought that this was going to be extremely difficult. I thought I was going to get slapped or laughed at or whatever. But women are actually, even when they reject me, they're actually being very nice about it. They're actually appreciative of the fact that I approached them. That is what's going to happen. If you've been struggling with your dating life, you haven't been getting dates, you haven't been getting the high quality women that you want in your life, or maybe you're relying on Tinder and you're getting 4s and 5s, but you don't want 4s and 5s, then make sure that you click the link below to schedule a free call with me to talk about taking a boot camp.